got my hair braided, y'all.
Nobody really knew how to do knotless, so
I can no longer service your daughter.
So you left her at the trap house? Okay, I'm done. Okay.
I just got my hair braided, y'all.
It looks horrible.
And yes, I am pulling them out. First of all, you look at the little edges that I have left. This lady did not want me to have edges after this.
This lady quite literally hated you. Or she's just new to the game, which I would say disclose that information, especially with somebody that is not family. Not everybody wants to pay you a certain amount of money, which is a lot of money when it comes to getting your hair done, all for you to just mess it up. And if it wasn't your first time and you've been doing hair like this forever, then I need either your license revoked if you even have one, and or I need you to start refunding people their money. Refund their money and do it now.
This is supposed to be knotless box braids. Let's look at the parting on this. Diabolical. This is not knotless. This is not box braids. So I have to take it all out.
It's called freestyle. It's called you're gonna appreciate whatever the heck I give you. It's called you get what you did not pay for. Get what I want you to get.
Do it myself. Like,
you might as well.
Parts hair like this. Like,
a villain.
This is what I get for, I guess, being cheap. I don't know, but not even. This lady did my hair before. I asked her for box braids. And it's not even one lady, by the way. It's multiple ladies.
Are you going to drop the shop or not? Because if it's more than one person, they need to get locked up in braider jail. We need an app that has a list of bad braiders, and they have to go through community service, some type of community service, whether it's perfecting their braid skills, posting it out, and people giving it a thumbs up or thumbs down. And then if they accumulate a number of likes on the app, then they can finally get their license back and they can braid professionally, which a lot of these braiders don't even go to cosmetology school, which I'm not saying that if you don't go to cosmetology school, you're not skilled, but I feel as if at school they teach you customer service. And that is something a lot of these braiders don't have. Braiders, stylists, nail techs, everything we've covered. If there's another category of self-improvement or enhancement, whatever you want to call it, that I haven't covered, let me know in the comment section below. But I feel as if the customer service is lacking, and it's lacking very badly. And we can always blame the customers, but I think it has to start with the braider themselves. And then if your customer or client is a freaking a-hole to deal with, kick them out your booth and get somebody else. And if you are a perfectionist and you love what you do, because I feel as if braiding, it has to be a passion before a career. I can braid my own hair. I would rather mop the entire ocean and count the sand before I ever braid anybody's hair that isn't my sibling or a family member in general. I don't love it that much, and I do not have the time. So if you are someone like me, do not make it a business, because you will not be successful. The only way to be successful in that category is for you to own the business, but to have professional braiders do it.
I asked for box braids. And
you got sad braids.
I asked for goddess braids. That's what the appointment was set for goddess braids. But instead, she was like, oh, you can't do goddess braids with this hair that you brought. So I said, okay, well, what do you have so I could look at it and see if I can make it work? The hair color was not hair coloring, so I was just like, no. I was like, okay, what can we do with this hair that I bought? She's like, oh, you can get regular braids. I said, okay, fine, that's fine. I want the regular box braids with this hair that I bought. Girl, what did you give me? Like, I can't even part my hair away.
That's your issue. It's not meant to be parted. You get what you pay for. It's crisscross, applesauce, zigzag, find your way around the maze, and find a parting of your choice. It will never be straight, but it will be some type of curved part. And a part is a part in this braider's world. And unless you're going to expose her, if you have a braiding story, a nail story, a surgery story, whatever you want that you're open to sharing at your own will, ain't nobody putting a pew pew to your head, then make sure you check out the pinned comment that I'll have in this video to fill in some information, and or go to my Instagram and DM your girl with receipts.
It was so painful too.
I bet.
Like, my scalp is trained. It's trained to like be pre-parted in box braids in a medium size. By the way, this don't look like me.
What do you mean your scalp is trained? I legit am having a slow moment right now.
Medium-sized braids to you, does it? Because this look like small. I had like 15.
Small? That looks like a schmedium, but a very, very bad schmedium.
That's definitely not medium. That's small, baby. Yeah, I didn't want small braids. I wanted big braids because I want to have my edges.
Was there no mirror when you were getting your hair done? I know some stylists, they like to turn you around. They like to turn... You want to know why I'm laughing? Because I'm thinking of the hokey pokey. And you turn around. It's so stupid. This is how my brain functions. That's what it's all about. They don't have you look at what's being done. Ma'am, if you don't turn me back around so I can see the damage, or is it a trust the process moment where braiders are sick and tired of people having to be like, this is actually wrong. You're supposed... I can understand that.
Why is this even a part? Like, you just picked up... Am I being petty? And I paid for this.
Yeah.
I paid for this.
Like you did the last time, so...
This is basically... Money just got thrown down the drain. When I could have just flown to New York for probably a little bit more... and got what I wanted. Yes, I would have sat in the chair a little bit longer, but I was paying for the convenience of being there for 2 hours max.
You wanted goddess braids for 2 hours max? 2 hours for some goddess braids? Granted, she didn't get goddess braids. She wanted box braids, medium. I don't know. Is that reasonable? If you are a braider expert? Even mine on a good day takes max 4 hours, depending on the length. But 2 hours? Oh, she had 2 people. So that does kind of crunch it down. But I don't know. You get what you paid for. I'm sorry. You got exactly what your moolah was talking about. So that's on you.
Granted, I was there for 2 hours and 15 minutes, but 2 hours and I sit in a chair and 2 people do my hair. Yeah, sure. I'll pay for that. But I could have flown to New York, went to the freaking African people that are open 24 hours and got this done. Or I could have went home and just paid for my flight to go home to New York and got it done for free. And I took the time to like make this color and everything. Thought it was going to be cute with the goddess braids. Now I'm going to do it by myself.
I'm trying to figure out how long did it take before you realized that you got messed up with. Was there a time when you asked to go to the bathroom, when you asked to get your snack from your purse, when you asked to, I don't know, grab a call? Did you not see this? Did you not feel? I don't know, maybe it's just me. If I'm in a chair, especially if it's somebody I'm not used to, well, you said that it's your second time going to this person and I'm assuming you didn't have issues. Okay, you're just being cheap. I'm sorry. I don't even know how much money you paid for this, but I think you're being cheap. And it shows in your hair. So, your nails look cute though. They look better than mine.
Why do I have to go into like, you know what? You know, people, I guess like different things. I don't even know what to say. I'm trying to...
I'm sorry. I love different things. But if I see those braids in public and you tell me you're a braider and recommend them, I will... Okay, I won't, because I'll go to jail. But you know what I mean? I'll feel like I need to backhand you because how dare you recommend something so different? This is crap. I'm sorry.
Make myself feel better about this whole shit.
There's no way. Go get some ice cream.
I'm in Florida, by the way. This lady is in what? It's a couple ladies. These African ladies are in... I don't even remember right now. I'm so aggravated.
Girl.
I can't even think properly, but...
You better start.
Yes, $200.
How are you going to remember the price, but you don't remember their name?
Granted, they charge $175 for this inside of her apartment. Not even her apartment, her house in the garage. Excuse me. And I tipped. Why the f I tip and not even look? I don't even know what the f I was doing. I was like, okay, here's the money. I didn't have any smaller bills. I should have been like, hold on, let me go to the car, look at my hair, and then pay you. Here's $100 right now.
So there was no mirror in the garage? People are so confident on social media telling their stories, but whenever it's time to be confrontational in a very respectful way, you don't have to, start brawling on people and hitting them and going crazy. Having a decent conversation, human to human. I don't like what you did to me. I don't like what my hair looks like. Can you please change it? Can you refund me? Something we can do to reimburse me, half something. But for you to sit up there and tip, I had to look up the whole hair being trained, and I think she meant trained for parting. It means that by consistently parting your hair in the same direction from a long period of time, the hair follicles naturally begin to grow in a way that favors that part, making it difficult if a braider wanted to move your hair a certain way, which she was successful with that because your hair went all over the place. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know why I brought my phone out because I have the computer right in front of me that I could have typed, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so if your hair has been falling this direction, and you want somebody to make it fall that direction, call her.
And this happened 2-3 years ago. Pictures included, so y'all can laugh and giggle at me.
Okay.
So this girl I knew in elementary school, she knew how to do braids. And one day she was just like, you know, I want to do knotless on somebody. Now this is when knotless just became popular. Like nobody really knew how to do knotless. So if you knew how to do knotless, people was coming at you because, girl, let me get it. Like, let me get it. Okay. So I hit her up and, you know, we make a day to, you know, get my hair done and stuff like that. And so, boom, the day comes. She tells me she's going to do my hair at her cousin's house. So I'm thinking, girl, your cousin's house? This sounds like a red flag already.
Yep, run.
But that didn't come through my head. I'm just blindsided to the whole thing. So I'm just like, okay, cool. 15 minutes go past. She finally started on my hair. Now, this is the biggest red flag. I should have called my mom and told her to come get me immediately after I saw this. She comes out with an ash brush. You know, the little brush part. And then it's like, the other side has a rat tail part to it. So I'm like, okay. And then she comes out with like edge control, and that's it. And the hair bob. So I'm just like, where's her comb? Where the clips at? Like, girl, it don't look like you really get into hair for real. But we gonna see what it do. So mind you, I didn't include this information to see if y'all was gonna peep. But she never asked me, did I want small knotless, large knotless, medium knotless, nothing. So I just was like, okay, what is she gonna give me? Because I didn't ask for nothing. So while she doing my hair, I feel her parts is like, I'm like, what is she doing?
Y'all keep asking stupid questions. Y'all gonna get stupid answers. And the answers are gonna be the type of hair that you end up with. So she gave you what she wanted you to have.
She's not doing it in a straight line. Like, it don't seem...
Of course she's not.
Like, she know what she doing. So I'm just like, yo, what is she doing? So boom, she gets done like after an hour. I tell my mom to come get me, da-da-da-da. Mind you, I never looked in the mirror or nothing after my hair was done.
Like the last lady.
So I'm just assuming it looks good. So I get in the car, my mom's like, have you seen your hair? And I'm like, no. Like, she like, look at your hair. That was my hair, y'all. This is what my hair was looking like, y'all. Look at my hair. Look at my hair and look at them braids, bro.
Wait.
I paid.
Pause. Wait. Give me a second. Give me a freaking second. Knotless, large. Didn't you get references because she was doing other people's hair? Knotless? Like you said, there were red flags and you ignored them. She was not a professional hair braider.
Paid her $50 and I left.
$50.
So I posted my hair and stuff like that. And people was asking me, you know, who did my hair? And I told them. Why did that go viral in my city? Everybody posting justice for Megan, justice for Megan. Girl, they found her hair page and commented all under it. Like, girl, you messed Megan up. You can't do hair, this and the third. She did that over her ex only talked to for a day.
Watch me take out my hair and tell y'all a little story time about how this lady tried my life when I booked her for a silk press. So disclaimer, I was running off for 2 hours of sleep and I was talking to my cousin throughout the whole thing, as you guys are going to be able to tell. So this story dates back all the way to 2020. So I booked this girl for a silk press and a trim. Why when I showed up, it was her house and it was this little ass apartment and she had 2 kids running around. All right, cool. I'm not judging nobody, but I was paying well over $100. So I'm expecting bare minimum decent service. So y'all, the whole time these kids is running around playing, they bumping into me, they bumping into her. She had to wash my hair in the sink and one of the kids with the sink and made the water cold while she was
once again, you know what? You get what you paid for. Sorry, not sorry.
washing my hair, bro. Like, then the whole time that she's doing my hair, she keep commenting on how my hair is so thick and I have so much hair, but it was like she was in disgust with it. Now, here's the kicker. So she's straightening my hair or whatever. The press did not give silk at all. Then she pulls out the scissors to trim my hair, right? Her kid freaking bumps into her, and then I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm looking at her, and all I see is panic on her face. So she continues, and then she's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to cut your hair because it's so thick. I can't even get it straight enough to cut it. Girl, what? Sam dumb as hell. He was obviously trying to cover up whatever mistake she had just made. So I simply told her, why you ain't say that when you first started? So of course she had no response. And y'all, I left out of there with a Dora bob with the bangs. That's how bad she messed up my cut. It was supposed to be a trim. So before I left, I did voice my concerns and asked for a discount. She refused. And I wasn't about to argue with her. She was very pregnant. She had 2 kids running around. So when I got home, I disputed the whole thing with my bank and got my money back. And to make matters worse, a couple weeks after that, she rebranded herself as the natural hair doctor. Like, girl, come on, be for real.
I don't have much words. you go to hood braiders, you're gonna get hood results. That's the best way I can put it.
If you want to hear the most craziest Atlanta hair braider story, in my opinion, then this is the story for you. Honestly, I've been dreading making this story. It happened actually yesterday, but I've kind of been in my feelings and kind of upset, but I am ready to talk about it. So over the summer, I met a new braider in Decatur that I tried because my regular braider was busy and I was getting ready to go on a trip and I needed to book something quick. I met this girl, like her profile on Instagram, loved her work. I booked with her for my trip in July. Her work was great. Mind you, when I went to her, the area that she was in is like, listen, I'm down for a good hood spot, but this was like giving like in the middle of a trap house, but no problem. When I got back from my trip, my braids were still great. She was running a back to school special. She does not...
No problem? Baby, all the problems are gonna happen at a trap house.
Normally do children braids. When I saw the back to school schedule, she said she starts at age 11. She'll do 10-year-olds if they're mature and can sit still. I have a very mature 10-year-old, so I booked Serena for her back to school braids. Serena is my 10-year-old. When she did the back to school braids, it was like a 6-hour do. Everything went well. Serena loved her braids so much that she actually kept them until Friday. So it was a month since she had the braids. She's doing now, the braider had posted 2 weeks ago that she's doing like a deal or no deal. You can send her a style, tell her how much you want to pay for it, and she'll tell you deal or no deal. So I messaged her like, hey, you just did my daughter's hair. We're back to school. Can she come for the deal or no deal? This is the style that she wants. Still another do that would probably take like 6 to 7 hours. She's like, sure, no problem. I remember you guys. And since then I had gone back to her again for her to do...
I just realized, hold the front door. You took your daughter to her trap house to get her hair done? Also, side note from somebody that does not have children, you don't have to tell us your daughter or your son's name. Just respect their privacy. That's just me, though.
Another braids for me. So I feel like after 2 styles, she's used to me. So I dropped Serena off yesterday to get her braids done. I want to make you...
So you left her at the trap house? Okay, I'm done. I'm just... Okay.
Aware that my daughters also have a regular braider that they go to who is a children's braider in Atlanta, but she has been booked up and I usually book ahead but did not. So just keep that in mind that they also have a regular braider. So I don't ever run into like Atlanta braider issues besides now, and I'm so blown away. I go to pick my daughter up yesterday from her appointment. When I walk in, I see my daughter, her hair is done, looks great, but I don't see the braider. So I text her, I'm like, I'm here, where are you, so I can pay, like, hey, I'm ready. She texts me back and was like, I can no longer service your daughter anymore in the future, I'm sorry. So at this point, I messaged her back and I'm like, but where are you? Where are you? Why are you texting me? I need to pay you, or I could not pay you.
Yeah.
But my daughter's hair does look great. She's a decent braider. I will not take that away from her. When she finally comes to the room, she's like, hey. I'm like, hey, what do you mean you can't service her in the future? Mind you, I have an appointment Saturday with her. So between this appointment and my appointment, that's $500 between the both of us that she would have made. So I'm like, what's up? She's like, oh, she kept asking me to change the movie that was on. She was butting in people's conversations. She wouldn't hold her head still. None of these complaints that I got when she did her hair for back to school. So I'm really confused.
That's weird.
So I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound like her. Like, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I'll chat with my daughter and see what's going on. But I'm already annoyed because I'm thinking you can't service her because maybe she was moving too much or crying, or when you dipped it in hot water, she was like acting crazy, or she was disrespectful. But you said she was asking you to change what was on the TV. Doesn't sound like my daughter. You said she was butting in conversations. I need to see about that because she has been sitting with you for 7 hours. And you said she wouldn't hold her head still. What made today different than the last time you did her hair? I'm so annoyed at this point that I just give her exact money and no tip. I get to the car. My daughter tells me that she was playing a scary movie. For a 10-year-old to watch is ridiculous. So if she asks to change it, it's because she was scared. Why?
I'm sorry, but for you to get your 10-year-old into a trap house, leave her there, and expect nothing crazy to happen is diabolical. It's crazy in itself. So we'll hear the rest of what she has to say, but I've been trying to hold it in.
Would you have something on the TV that is not appropriate for the client that is in your chair, the paying client that is in your chair? I asked Serena, were you talking out of turn or butting in conversation? She was like, the only time I talked was like to ask her like how far we have left, and they were talking about a vacation, and I mentioned that I had gone on vacation. She's sitting in your chair for 7 hours. Even as an adult, between the 7 hours, I might say something. It's 7 hours. And then I asked her about moving her head, but I'm like, I didn't even want to think about it. I just messaged her and was like, please cancel my appointment for Saturday. He's like, I am so blown away and tired of these Atlanta hair braiders that have zero patience but cost a lot of money. It's not adding up. I didn't go off on this woman. I just asked her to cancel my upcoming appointment, and I won't be doing business with her anymore. I'm just going to go back to my regular lady like I should have anyway. But what I also have a problem with are these 21 and 22-year-olds, just turned 20, just got out of high school, technicians in Atlanta. Whether you're doing lashes, nails, or hair, that is fine that you have the skill, but you need a customer service course.
Yep.
See, because if you're going to be doing business, listen, I was once 21 and 22. I didn't always know how to deal with people, but I also wasn't taking people's money.
And just like I said, it does not take a professional to say you need to go to school and at least learn the customer service skills before you play in people's hair.